The Sims 2 is a chaotic game, even at the best of times. There's always a chance they'll get fired from their job, or be caught in the throes of passion with someone that isn't their spouse. That's what makes it such a great game. You can never fully map out your Sims' lives, because the game just loves to throw the player a curveball. Today, I'm not just embracing the crazy and chaotic nature of the game, I'm enhancing it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy as always to have you here. So in no particular order, here are 10 mods that will bring drama, chaos, death, disease, and at times absolute misery to your game. Enjoy. Is this the scariest sound ever produced in a video game? It just might be. Those pesky thieves have no problem sneaking into your house and stealing your hard-earned stuff. So why should your Sims just lay back and take it? With this mod, anyone can fight a burglar, and not only that, they can reclaim their property. This mod might not be autonomous, but it's awesome just having this as an option. I'm sure other more complex mods regarding fighting burglars exists out there, but I like how small and simple this one is. Just knowing I can punch a no-good thief in the face helps me sleep at night, what can I say? This interaction allows vampires to kill virtually any Sim they choose. Moreover, doing so will actually increase their hunger. While I'm not a big occult fan in this game, I have to say that this interaction makes playing vampires a lot more enjoyable. What that says about me, I don't know, I don't like to think about it. Again, another small and simple mod with little to no compatibility issues. It makes crossing paths with a vampire all the more dangerous, as it should be. Oh, and here's a fun challenge for you. Vampires can only eat meat they hunt themselves. Just an idea, food for thought. One of my favourite mods, More Dangerous Fire, does exactly as you might expect. It makes fire in The Sims 2, an already deadly force of destruction, even more dangerous. If you want to be a total badass, check out Even More Dangerous Fire, but don't come crying to me when all of your Sims end up looking crispy. Failure to get the fire under control with this mod can cause it to spread, and spread fast. Having played around with this scary mod for some time, I can vouch for its ferocity. Fire spreads quickly and it won't hesitate to destroy everything in its path. I mean, just check out this gameplay footage from one of my Let's Play episodes. A small light caught on fire and look at the damage it did. Proceed with caution with this one. It does not mess around. As if The Sims 2 wasn't brutal enough at times, this mod makes even childbirth dangerous in the game, as it adds a 10% chance that Sims giving birth will pass away. This mod is tunable, meaning you can change the setting to be as low as 1% or as high as 100% if you're some kind of sadist. Since downloading this mod many years ago, I feel nothing but anxiety when my Sims go into labour. Not everyone will appreciate this mod, and that's totally fine, but for me, I always welcome these kinds of unexpected events in The Sims 2. Something to keep me on my toes and prevent me from getting too comfortable. My poor poverty challenge founder Sim Dixie was a casualty of this unforgiving mod. Now imagine if your Sim goes into labour, has twins, then dies, leaving their partner to raise them by themselves. Just thinking about it makes me break out into hives. This mod adds 2 new interactions for werewolf Sims, allowing players to turn their dog-human hybrid into something even more terrifying. There's 2 new interactions to play around with here. The first allows werewolves to feed off the flesh of another Sim. The victim will have their comfort meter completely depleted, their energy will plummet, but hey, the werewolf will be happy, so there's that. Provided the Sim isn't a member of the current household, they can be killed through the Ravage option. Now, I'll be honest, werewolves are by far my least favourite occult Sims and my least played in The Sims 2, so this makes them a lot more interesting in my opinion. Not much more to say on this one. It's small and simple and can be fun to play in a supernatural neighbourhood. Like, say, this one by Neon Plum. It's called Spooky Hill, check it out, wink wink. Yes, I'm also going to be ruining birthdays in The Sims 2 because why not? You can't stop me. Anytime a sim is set to age up using the birthday cake, there will be a 1 in 100 chance that the cake in question will catch on fire. Of course, this mod is tunable, meaning you can change the percentage in SimPE if you feel comfortable doing so. But here's the catch, it also supports the 3-to-2 trait system. Now I won't go into detail about that here, but please do read the post linked in the description box if you're interested in learning more. I found the attention to detail in this mod to be especially impressive, but even as a simple standalone, it works very well. Nothing like a raging fire to get the old anxiety going, am I right? The chances of being struck by a fallen satellite in The Sims 2 is low. Very low, in fact. This mod seeks to rectify that, allowing players the opportunity to increase the percentage should they choose. This is my favourite death type in The Sims 2. I find the animation both shocking and hilarious, and it really fits with the cheeky vibe of the game. Yet another gotcha moment by the developers. You can choose to download the 5%, 50%, or even 100% file. But again, another tunable mod that gives players a chance to fully customise their Sims 2 satellite death experience. I've had this one in my game for eons now. I love it. My Sims rarely stargaze as I am so utterly terrified of this mod, but I wouldn't have it any other way. If you're an experienced Sims 2 player, chances are you haven't seen the death by fly sequence in a very, very long time. It's one of those things you have to be actively working towards rather than a simple skill issue. This mod flips a coin, so to speak, to decide whether or not your sim will die as a result of bee swarming. No longer are they simply an annoyance, they can be downright deadly. For storytelling purposes, you can choose to believe that the sim in question is allergic to bee stings, hence their sudden passing. So let's see, with the mods I've listed so far, we need to watch out for werewolves, vampires, childbirth, birthday cakes, even hiking and bug hunting are no longer safe hobbies with this mod. I downloaded this one very recently and it's still a very new mod. So far, no incidents, but I know that my days are numbered. If you're looking for a cruel mod that'll leave you in a flood of tears, look no further than Disease mod. Now I can waffle on all day about the intricacies about this mod, but for the sake of time saving, I'll just give you a quick rundown. In The Sims 2, disease really isn't that big of a deal. I have never lost a sim to sickness in a vanilla game, and I've been playing since 2007. The whole coding behind disease is honestly a little bit of a mess. Just listen to how the creator describes Grandma's Comfort Soup, a recipe that's supposed to heal sick Sims. Grandma's Comfort Soup is one of the most ridiculous rewards in the game. In an unmodded game, if the sim takes a single sip from the soup, all of their diseases get cured instantly. Even if the sim has hundreds of mysterious diseases, they will all be gone in a second. When I say a single sip, I really mean it. Just order the sim to eat the soup, and after they take a single sip, cancel the interaction and all diseases will be cured right away, so you don't even have to eat the soup properly. Such an item does not belong in the game, at least not in its unmodded state. Yes, it really does work that way in an unmodded game. Now this mod completely overhauls how disease works in The Sims 2, going so far as to rectify some of these silly choices by Maxis. I have lost whole households due to this mod, so please do proceed with caution. If you get a cockroach infestation on your lot, for example, do not touch it. Your Sims will get sick and literally spread it to every single Sim in the neighbourhood if you're not careful. By far, one of the more complex mods I've chosen to include here, but honestly, it's fantastic and completely changes how I approach gameplay. 10 out of 10 would recommend to those looking for some seriously challenging gameplay. Our 10th and final mod for today is the alternate pregnancy controller, and I have to take a second to issue a warning as this mod contains some sensitive content, and the last thing I ever want to do in a fun little video like this is to upset someone. So please do take a moment to pause the video, check the trigger warning listed in the description box down below, and skip to the appropriate timestamp if need be. Okay, let's get into it. So this mod by Midge the Tree adds a possibility of miscarriage to the game. It relies on the Sims' motives to determine whether to force a miscarriage. It's that straightforward, at least on paper anyway. In-game, it's a whole other beast. You have to keep a very close eye on needs, such as hunger and energy, as allowing them to deplete can result in such an outcome. And while it's pretty rare for a long-term player like myself to experience this, I can imagine those who are fairly new to the game struggling. I know that not everyone vibes with realism in a Sims game, and that's valid. I respect that. For me personally, I almost always welcome additional challenges, and this one provides me just that. Pregnancy in The Sims 2 is already difficult, but this mod ups the ante. Coupled with death in childbirth, it makes pregnancy pretty darn tricky, but if that's what you're looking for, I highly recommend giving it a try. But that about wraps it up for me today, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed. Please do consider giving this video a like, maybe even subscribing if you're so inclined. It really does help the channel out. I upload every 5 days, exclusively Sims 2 content, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, I would love to have you stick around. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your favourite chaotic mods for The Sims 2? Are you the type who enjoys a smooth ride, or do you feel compelled to add some chaos in your game? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, I hope you're all having a great day, take care, and happy simming.